Hi. So I went on the Fi-Card Audio website and I see all of these options on the side of the subwoofer. What do all of these things mean?
I suggest that you make yourself familiar with the website first of all. Go on the website and read the technical portion. It explains every single option in great detail. However, if you wish, I will explain all of the options to you now.
Please do. I do not understand them.
Okay. Starting at the top of the page, we have a pole chamfer. This is a chamfer on the end of the pole piece. It helps to bring the air down around inside of the motor and helps cool the coil better. It also helps relieve the pressure underneath the dust cap. We recommend at the bare minimum to get this option. After this, we have the cooling option. This is pretty much self-explanatory. The cooling channels are machined into the inside of the sub to help cool the coil better. Are you still following me?
Yes, please carry on.
Good. Now we have the flat wind coil option that is standard on the BTL series and is an option on the BL and SSD series. The flat wind coil option simply helps the power handling of the sub. The coil has more surface area to dissipate heat and will take more power than the regular underwire coil that comes in the stock version of the BL series. Next in the BTL series we have the high X-Max coil. This option takes X-Max from 18mm to 28mm, which greatly enhances low-end output for daily driving and musical installations. Now in the Q series we have the I-Heat Ring option. This option is a machined aluminum ring in the gap that lowers the inductance of the voice coil, which allows it to play up a little higher in the frequency range and have better overall transient response. Please note that you cannot select the low QTS and the I-Heat Ring options together. Are you still following me?
Yes, sir. This is starting to make sense.
Fantastic. Now, let's move on to the 4-inch coil for the BL series and SPL option. The 4-inch coil is a larger diameter coil for the BL series. You cannot recone your 3-inch coil BL into a 4-inch coil BL. The RMS power handling goes up to 1500 watts on the standard 4-inch BL series woofer. The SPL option is meant to be for installs that are not intended to play music at all whatsoever. This does not mean that you are going to be loud at playing music in your install with the SPL option equipped. The machine tolerances are much tighter and the coil will rub itself out, causing premature failure. This is there for people who are strictly playing one frequency of sound in their SPL-only vehicle. It is like drag racing. You do not take a 4-second top fuel funny car to get groceries at the grocery store. Do you understand?
Yes. I understand that if I play music on my subwoofers that I need to select the daily option and not the SPL. This is making more sense.
Beautiful. Now let's make sure that you understand what the spider option is on the Q series of subwoofers. This option is to add an additional spider to the spider pack and is only needed if you plan on running more than recommended power in ported installations. It simply helps keep the moving assembly under control more. Now we have the BP power option for the SSD and X series subwoofers. This option is a machined aluminum compression plug that blocks off the pull vent in the back plate of the woofer. With this option, the top plate also gets axial cooling channels grooved into it to further aid in drawing air down to keep the coil cooler. Are these explanations still making sense to you?
Yes, I think I finally understand all of the options that you have available and what they do.
Right on. Now the HQTS option on the Q series woofers is meant to be for the people who plan on running their woofers in a sealed enclosure. If you are not 100% sure what type of enclosure that you are going to be running, we suggest that you do not get this option. The universal option is available so you can switch from a dual 1 ohm to a dual 2 ohm coil at a later date. If you do not select universal and you have a dual 1 ohm coil, you cannot ever put a normal dual 2 ohm coil in that gap. Do you understand?
Yes, so if I want to run my new Q15 in a sealed box, I must select the HQTS option. Otherwise I need to leave it alone. Also, if I do not select universal and I want to change the impedance of my coils later on, I may run into issues. Especially if I had a dual 1 ohm sub. The dual 2 ohm sub is the same thing as the universal option, correct?
Correct. I hope this helps you understand that every single option that we offer is made to enhance performance and allows you to tweak things better for your particular car and setup. If you have more questions, feel free to email us at sales@ficaraudio.com.
Thank you for your explanation. I will definitely email you if I have more questions.